Why did it stop one of the most treasured sites in Christianity?
All right. We'll figure it out. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Friday. Yay. November 19th, 2021. It's Friday. You did it. You made it here. And I'm glad. Because right now, it's Saturday, as far as I'm concerned. So welcome to the weekend. I'm not going to take it away from you. Of course, it's still Friday. But what a Friday it is. A lot of stuff to talk about. Lou might be changing his narrative. I know. That's what people are saying. What is he saying differently? Well, you're going to find out. You are going to find out. Because we're going to go over there to third phase of moon and find out that the interesting thing that Lou is talking about. Hey, you know, you had that lady. What was her name? I can't remember. The one who said that they're extraterrestrial in nature. What was she? What was her name? I can't remember her name. Not that it's important or anything. And Lou is changing a little bit. I don't know what's going on, man. Something's changing. Hey, Mr. D.V. Cooper. I saw the other super chat before the show started. I don't know if it should count. But you say, I would never hurt myself, people, but I'm done. You're done with ufology? You're retiring? So am I. You want to go to Disneyland? Let's go. Let's go to Disneyland together. We'll have a good time. Me and you. Come on. You pay for it. I'll pay for the food. Yeah, oh my God. I would love to hang out, man. That's love you money. See? There's one there. There's more love you money there. Right? Yeah, you're putting them up already? Madonna mia. I like this hat. It matches the eyeballs. Which, again, I had very, if not little to no sleep. I think I've had an hour last night. So as soon as this show ends, I have to make a third phase UFO report. And then I'll go to sleep. So I'll be in bed by 1. But I'll probably still be up watching things that I like to watch on the old TV screen. Maybe talk to third phase if they're still up. Nah. Mr. DB Cooper, I'm going to give you one of these to start off the show. But tonight we are talking about Lou. Just a little bit. Not much, really. I mean, we have to talk about the guy. I mean, we don't have to. We don't have to. Who's here? Who likes these? I know somebody out there likes this. That's for you, whoever likes the arrow. The arrow wanted to say hello. So, big red arrow for those who love the big red arrow. Thank you, Mr. DB Cooper. You are the continuing... Oh my God, more? Another one. I just bought... Oh, this is unidentified S4. Just bought a new house. Hey, congratulations, man. Wow, there's nothing like buying a new house. A car is cool. But a house? It's nothing like it, man. Congratulations on that. That's phenomenal. That's good. Congratulations. And for that, with your Christmas hat there, that's very gauche. You get one of these. Gauche. All over the new house. Unidentified S4, continuing supporter of Goofer. And Mr. DB Cooper, it's Friday. He's got more love money, folks. He's just loving it, loving the money. Here you go, that's for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. Appreciate that. Mr. DB Cooper. Well, and then what else we going to talk about? More love money. Ah, mamma mia. What are you going to do, eh? Give me this, Mr. Cooper. Thank you. Grazie. Mucho gusto, Mr. Generoso. Buffering? That's your computer. That ain't here. I'm running off 1,000,000 watts and 1,000,000 RAMs. And I don't care. I don't care if it's buffering. Even though it is Stu Gerson. I care about Stu Gerson. That's a different looking Stu Gerson. I'm used to the other color. Mr. DB Cooper, you're putting your money out there like it's nothing. You know, you better calm down. Where you got all this money, huh? What are you, drugs? Huh? Little yayo? Huh? Little mota? Perhaps? Huh? What are you doing? Huh? You flying pelicans? Fly, pelican. Fly, pelican. What else we talking about? One more thing. There was something else I have to talk about. Where is it? Here it is. It is... most realistic alien sci-fi movie plots. And I'll give you an example. Oh, the lights went out. See, I don't like that when I change the screen. How about this? I like The Martian. What was the one where Matt Damon got stuck on Mars and they had to grow all the potatoes and then they all got ruined? That's The Martian, right? Hey, Dorothy Hawkins, the Hawkstar. How you doing? Hey. Welcome to the show, Dorothy. Mucho gusto, generoso, a continuing supporter of Goofon. That's for you. And we are about to do the roll call, so get your pants and... Pants? I don't know what that means. Just get ready, because it's coming. I paid for Disney one more month. I don't know why. I don't like anything. I've seen everything on it already. And I thought there was going to be some Star Wars stuff coming out, you know, like not the story of Obi-Wan, You Know Me. That's not there. And Dorothy, you just threw it at me. I love it. I love the aggression. No text, no sticker, just pure adrenaline right to me. Grazie, mucho gusto, e generoso. I'm so weird. Am I weird? I think I am. I'm not weird. You're weird. Hey, Walt Corbin. So, roll call. Hey, what do you say, Walt? Welcome to the show, Sky Allen. Welcome to the show, Felicia. The beautiful Flores. Stargate Traveler. Welcome, Felicia. Welcome, Stargate Traveler, to the show. Jose Sanchez. Welcome to the show. Mary Young Sliwa. Rich, how many times you watch Scarface, Rich? Probably my whole life. 20 times. That's it. Once a year, maybe. Maybe 30 times. But usually I just pick the scenes that I like. Hey, you know what you like about me? See, you hide behind me. See? Because I'm the bad guy. You point your finger and say, there goes the bad guy. But you're like me. We're not no different. You know why? She had no kid. You know why we don't have any kid? Because her womb's polluted. No, it is not. Let it the liquor. I'm going to talk all that cocaine, all your pills, all your drugs. Huh? You're like a garbage pal. Yeah. Hey! Let me tell you something. You don't know me. I always tell the truth, even when I lie. I don't know what I'm saying. Once or twice. Unidentified S4. Holy shitballs. Welcome to the show. Did I just see what I thought I saw? Lee Guy with a $2 super chat. It was Gulf Breeze UFO. Oh. Love the Gulf breeze. Baconator. You're the Baconator. Lee, welcome to the show. A $2 super chat. That goes all over the world it goes. There you go. Thank you, Mr. Lee Guy. I appreciate that, brother. Mucho gusto. Generoso. What's this? Mr. DB Cooper with $100. All right. Welcome to the show, Cloudy with a holy shitballs. 100. Holy crap. What the hell are you trying to do? Ma! All the meatballs, hurry! He did it. He broke the bank. You know what you did? Huh? You got balls. And I don't bust them for nobody. That's a good one. You did good, huh? You know who's the original Scarface? I'll give you a hint. He was a gangster. Mr. DBQ. Come on, dude. Is this a joke? That's not real. Is this real? Hold on. It's real. Oh my God, dude. What are you doing? David, £5. Dance, Rich, dance. Hey! Hey, come on, you wanna dance with me? Come here, fly like a pelican. Al Capone was the original Scarface. He got cut right here because he was flirting with somebody's daughter, sister, mother, wife, I don't know. Thank you, David. With a 5-pounder, I danced, and that was worth it. That was a good table dance you got right there. I didn't show nothing. I got my pasties on. I don't give them up for nobody. Thank you, man. Mucho gusto, generoso. Okay, this can't be real. What the That's unidentified? S4? And Mr. DB Cooper with the... I couldn't even speak. With $100 each. Thank you. My God, that is just... See, that shit should happen every night. You know what I mean? That's how much effort Goofon puts into ufology. And I'm not saying UFology either. I'm saying it correctly. No, I'm joking around. You're making me sweat and I'm freezing. That is just unidentified S4. What are you guys doing? Man, that is... Mucho gusto, generoso. Man, I guess I'll play the whole thing here and vape my balls off. Oh my God. Really? That is just unreal. This is unreal. Where do you people come from? Who are these people? How do you do it? I don't understand. I don't understand. Wow. Unidentified S4. Thank you, man. That's like mucho gusto. What's going on? Is this all? Wait, no. No. Okay. Whew. Andy Gambino with a 5-pounder. Rich DB is worrying a few of us. Yeah, I saw. Yeah. And Mr. DB Cooper, everybody loves you, man. Don't do anything. You tell me, I'll come right over. I don't care where you are. I'll be there. You want me to smack you around a little bit? Is that what you want? No, thank you, Andy Gambino. I appreciate the update on that. I happened to catch the end of that discussion, but I'll check it out later. Thank you, man. That's for you. Mucho gusto, generoso, and a continuing supporter of Goofon. Everybody here. Oh, wait. DB. Dude. Another $100? Man, I don't even know how to... Ivan, I know. Mr. DB Cooper. Oh, hey. Oh, after I thank you for the $1 million you just gave out with unidentified. Thank you for that. I mean, this is the one that right here, money falling out of the sky, because that's literally what's happening right now to goof on. Thank you, everybody, for contributing. You know, like, share, and subscribe is just as fun. You can do that. You know, we need a lot of comments. We need a lot of thumbs up and thumbs down. You want thumbs down? I don't give a shit. Thumbs it down. But don't. Thumbs up. Those are fun. Thanks again, Mr. DB Cooper. I'm going to make you proud. Going to make you proud. Finish up a roll call because that's unbelievable. John P. Adventures, welcome to the show. Amy can't even think. Amy Collins, welcome to the show. Coral Ann, welcome to the show. Ms. DJ says, God bless DB Cooper. And unidentified, yeah. I mean, that is a lot of bread for a guy like me. David, welcome to the show. Denbub, welcome to the show. I don't know if I said it, Walt, but I'll say it again just in case. Welcome to the show. Ivan Freely, welcome to the show. Les Brewer, welcome to the show. Tim Frick, welcome to the show. Mike Johnson, welcome to the show. Al Warrior, Al Warrior, Mada. All right, let's see who's coming through the front door. Exofa, welcome to the show. Cloudy with the Chance of UFOs, welcome to the show. Off-World Adam, welcome to the show. XDVX, welcome to the show. Ian McFadden, is it? Yeah, welcome to the show. From Scotland. How you doing? Mystic Q, welcome to the show. Sky Allen, I think I said it, I'll say it again, welcome to the show. Paul Fahey, welcome to the show. Justin Kropa, welcome to the show. That girl Jessica, one of my favorites, welcome to the show. Don't get upset with that. Out of Mind, welcome to the show. One of my favorites. Lowe's Gods, welcome to the show. Conan the Barbarian. Avi Loeb is milking his 15 minutes of fame. He is. Mr. DB Cooper, 77. I didn't know you were here. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Welcome to the show, you son of a beep, 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 beep. Class Clown Comedy. Hey, guys, love this show. Hey, you know what? I was the Class Clown for 2 years in a row. 1984, 1985. Tacey Hale, welcome to the show. And Complaziert, welcome to the show. Alfie Joe Bob, welcome to the show. Justin, welcome to the show. Stephen A., welcome to the show. Robin Morgan, welcome to the show. B. Baker's in the house, welcome to the show. All right, we got to get to work. If I didn't say your name, I'm sorry. But Don Umor, what's up, man? I hope I said your name right. And Black Lotus Productions, what's up? Welcome to the show. John Sports Cards and Collectibles. Welcome to the show. Stu Gerson. Stuart G. All right, so let's get going. Thank you for the most amazing start in the history of Goof On tonight. And, to see that kind of support is just, it won't register until tomorrow when I wake up and I'm like, oh, it wasn't a dream. It's like, I mean, you don't see that, Really nutty. You guys are unbelievable. You know what that means? You'll find out. So, I want to get to Lou. We're just going to get it out of the way. I'm not even going to warm you up. Why are you doing this, man? Mr. DB. At this point, I think something's wrong. Something's wrong. He was talking that way, right? Earlier. Are you unloading your stocks too? Dude. All right. I get it. I appreciate it. Let's get to work, Rich. He laughs. Ha. LOL. Love you, man. All right. Well, then don't do anything silly, stupid, dumb, ridiculous, all right? Thank you very much, Mr. DB Cooper. You're unbelievable to me. You really are. To me, you really are. See, now I'm thinking too much. And now my eyes get a little wet. You son of a beep. I am not going to be known as that guy tonight. There we go. Thanks, man. Hold on a second. I'm going to play this, so thanks again, Mr. D.B. Cooper. Mucho gusto, generoso, meatball man. My mother's going to fill your mouth up with bowls of meat. All right, check this out. This comes from Third Phase of Moon. Really excellent report they gave last night. I'm not going to play the first, but as a matter of fact, I will. You saw what she said, but it rolls right into what Lou's talking about. I'm just going to play it because it's a nice segue. Here we go. Welcome to Goof On, everybody.
Nature, possibly. This is quite extraordinary if you ask the layman in regards to this phenomenon. We have this heavy official stating that we don't know exactly what's going on in our skies, but they're not ruling out that there is a possibility that this technology is technology reverse engineered, probably within a government, or dare I say, a government cooperation with a private corporation, due to the fact that the government wouldn't be able to hide their black ops operation if indeed it was a government program. The FOIA requests would reveal the secrets, but if this technology was being built within a private corporation like Lockheed Martin, Skunk Works, we would not have access to their technology through FOIA. So this is a perfect collaboration between government and private corporations to keep this technology a secret from us. But she also states that she can't rule out the extraterrestrial origin. I got my brother here, Brent. I want to get your thoughts on this.
Yeah, she's not beating around the bush when it comes to giving out some sort of information. She's not mincing words either. She's breaking it down using extraterrestrial phenomena. She's thinking it could be maybe something in a private corporation, and she's even ruling in that it could be a possible threat from China or Russia. But again, this is all being laid out on the table, and this wasn't really brought into the mainstream media. This was only kind of behind the scenes that this video got out, and we're happy to share it with you at Third Phase. It's interesting that our DOD and the administration is, I don't know, softly dropping disclosure here, little drip, drip. They're leading up to something, and what this lady says has people wondering, and I'm glad that she's stating these big questions. What could this be? The UAPs, extraterrestrial, or something one of ours? I'm leaning towards a lot of these UFOs and phenomena that we're seeing is definitely reverse engineered craft that we...
And you know, it is amazing that this woman is talking, well, I don't know, they already said it, but it really is. This is a first time this has ever happened, but we've had a lot of firsts over the last couple of years. I don't think we've gotten much further. You know what they love to say, the people running the narrative for the mainstream and all this stuff, you know, there's two sides to ufology. You got the side that loves and believes everything Lou says. Then you got the other side that doesn't believe anything they say, and that it's all maybe not something that they planned on profiting from. But I think whatever it is they're trying to do is to cover up evidence that China has incredible technology that we don't have. So if they play it off as something, maybe it's aliens, and we're going to get this office now. We're going to really dig deep for these UAPs, not UFOs. Everything in the government that's reported will be sent to Congress. Everything we learn every year, annually, this stuff will go there to Congress, and it should be given to the public, which I know the good stuff, as always, won't be. So is this office... Astro is what they're calling it. It's a, what do you call it? An acronym for, I can't remember, whatever. But it's at the Astro office inside the Department of Defense, inside the Pentagon, is going to become a reality. How much money? I don't know. But then you look at Avi Loeb, who also needs $100 million. Everybody, when OSAP was around, well, didn't they get $22 million? It was OSAP that got that money, right? Everybody said that's not a lot of money for 5-6 years, whatever they were, however long they were in business, because that's what ufology is. It's a business. Put asses in the seats, get the votes, get the money, and find nothing. What do you think's going to happen? They're going to find a close encounters of the third kind type of event happening on top of a mountain, and they're going to share that information with the public? Are you kidding? Bilderberg isn't even as big as that. Bilderberg? What's the place where they go with that big owl? That's not as big as this, and we've already seen that. Why haven't we seen any evidence? Because they hide it. The evidence is there. There's no doubt about it. There are UFOs. I believe that these aliens are sort of living cyborgs. I really do. You know, no emotions. Their mouth doesn't move when they talk. I don't even know if their eyes blink. Skinny Bob's fake, so don't even go there. Let's see what Lou's going to start talking here in a minute. So let's continue this and hear what Blake and Brent have to say. I think we hear what she says, too.
We have in our assets, Blake.
Yeah, absolutely. They rolled out the Space Force, and in my opinion, there's a reason behind that.
Right,
And
Bohemian
cover
Grove.
it
Thank you.
intensely on our documentary Countdown to Disclosure. If you haven't seen it, it's on Amazon right now, and we're going to be following up to a sequel to Countdown to Disclosure with our new one coming out early February 2022, Above Top Secret, the technology behind disclosure. Now, let's get to this. We've been creating the narrative for quite a while. You've been seeing our titles when we claim that they're not hiding anymore. These UFOs seem to get more and more bold every day as we see these videos coming into third phase of moon in crystal clear video, the HD video, broad daylight video, anything you want, we're getting it right now. And it seems the phenomenon, whatever they are, they're being bold in their visual display. And let me tell you, Luis Elizondo definitely changed his narrative recently after third phase of moon kind of pushed this whole agenda of the threat narrative and blew it out of the water. We're not believing aliens are a threat. They would have done something to us a long, long time ago. So listen to this. What Lou says is pretty provocative.
I think anything's possible, but I also think it's too early to tell. We are, it's a bit like opening the door to a room only to find 10 more doors now that need to be opened.
You see? You see? What did I just say? Anytime you go somewhere, you have another path you need to take. It's the never-ending rabbit hole. Where the only time we will ever see something is if you, the public, show it to us. That's the only way. And when you do that and give it to Third Phase of Moon or me or even Dark Hour Paranormal, Alien Addict, any of us who post that footage is helping our side of the narrative. Lou is just saying what he's told to say. We're the real disclosure. We are. Whether you like it or not. And I think you like that. Listen to this guy. Come on, he can't even look at us.
It's really too early to tell. I think it's fair to say one conclusion is that these events, these encounters are increasingly more provocative.
Come on, man. You mean to tell me all these years with the Foo Fighters and, Rendlesham Forest, look at the beams coming out of it. It's shooting a beam right at our feet. This is weird, And Kecksburg. Let's not forget Kecksburg. All right? And then you got Calvin Parker, which I'm going to be getting on the show. So Calvin Parker should be here. Tomorrow, I'm going to go and I want you to come with me to listen to Calvin Parker be interviewed on UFO Man. So that should be a good interview. And Calvin's a good guy. I think that Calvin Parker, the Pascagoula event is what he's known for with this other guy. I think that is one of the most realistic stories ever. I think it happened to these guys. Football-looking athletic aliens abducted these two gentlemen. But Calvin's going to be on tomorrow. I don't know what time. I think it's in the afternoon. But let's hear what Lou finishes off with.
They don't seem to be...
Oh, he said that these objects are getting more provocative. Whatever that means. What do they got? Hot aliens hanging out the window off of a pole? Hey, Lou. Hey, Richie. Come on. I'm being provocative. Boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, ba, boom, boom, boom. I love Lou's verbiage. It's a verbal assault and a tongue lashing like you never had before. And you know what? You'll be fine 5 minutes later because you realize nothing major was ever said.
As elusive as they were in the past. They seem to be almost as if they want to be seen.
So
almost as if they want to be seen. Now, what third phase of Moon gets on video is different than what Lou's UAPs look like when he talks to the pilots that have seen stuff they can't explain while they're flying their F-18s or whatever else. It is a totally different sighting. They see the magical tic-tac while we see the magical disappearing lights that sometimes look like flares, but sometimes they're not. And you never see smoke. They look and act like flares. Are those the Foo Fighters? Who says Foo Fighters just can't sit in a spot? COVID. Think about that for a moment. I want you to think about that. The Foo Fighters were balls of light. That's it. Fireballs of light. And we get those sightings a lot. And we see them. And immediately, flares or drones. It's what we say. What else are we going to say? That's part of the field. Flares, drones, balloons, drones, flares, drones, drone flares, drone flares.
So there you go. Lou Elizondo stated basically what we've been saying for a long time, that they're not hiding anymore. They are bold in their display of visual contact with people, having their cameras ready.
But you see, that's what Lou's talking about, one thing, and that is when these pilots are flying around, these UAPs get very close. We say that too. Third Phase has been saying it for a while. It's more, they say it because it's more of like, it's a title of their video. Because the objects are seemingly getting closer, right? In the old days, we used to see those fireballs way in the distance. Now they're right above our heads. And I don't know if they're drones. Look, I don't know. In this video that they put up, I don't know if it was this night. It was 2 nights ago. I'm going to pull that up. You guys, I don't think you saw this yet. And I'll put the links to these in the description. I think it's right here.
To Third Phase of Moon.
This, I think I did show. No, I didn't. Wait, I'm confused. No, I'm not. Where's the one that they just did? Oh, I know what happened. It's on the end of a interview. That's right. I think it's here.
I
think it's here. No. Come on, Rich. You son of a beep. Where is that video? That's weird. I've got one more chance.
And let me tell you,
I think I may have found it. Yeah, I found it.
we've got a lot of flares, or is this some kind of drone display? I'm not exactly sure, but whatever these things are, if I were there in the night and I saw...
So you got those, And then the one right after this, look at this. I think it's from Russia. Some John Carpenter music, which is badass. It's not really John Carpenter, but I mean, look at this. That is over miles and miles. What do you want to say? That these are reflections?
So now we move over from South America, now over Russia. The same exact phenomenon, but this time...
And let's not forget, during that week of the one sighting just before this, the power went out in South America. And we talked about that time dilation, right? What was it, a time wave or something? That they're saying happened from CERN the other day? I don't believe it, but this is pretty interesting. That is a big, huge sighting. Look at that. That is over the whole city. So are these, you know what I mean? It's a UFO light show. I don't know if it's drones. But anytime we see these now, I notice there's always clouds. And to me, either the aliens are playing, let's, hide above the clouds, or it's people with drones saying, let's hide in the clouds, so it looks like UFOs. I don't think that's what this is. I don't think it's drones. These lights are eerily still. And the reason I say eerily, because if it was drones, you'd see the lights move back and forth. They're not going to sit in the same spot perfectly if there's a little breeze, right? So this one here is kind of interesting. It looks like, and there may be a light bulb hanging down. And this one too, it's got a little something coming out of it. These, I wonder if they are reflections. I don't think so though. Nah, it's not. Because look, it's even behind. That's sick. Oh wait, I just saw a corner of a building.
This is pretty incredible, right? And we're on a much, much bigger scale. Watch
this. Watch. It may be a reflection in a panoramic room. Oh, they are moving. This one, I just saw this one and this one swaying a little bit. I don't know. It's really, how are they going to be able to fly anyway? Right there. See, there's the corner of the building. But it looks like they're outside. Yeah, they're outside. And if you have a drone, you're dangerously close to getting arrested. You're not supposed to do that in cities. But again, it's not America. It's Russia. And what do you think they do to people in Russia who fly their drones too close to the downtown? We killed them. Yes, you killed them. Anyway, that's what Lou means. But he means with Tic Tacs. Third Phase of Moon has said that forever. Well, the last couple of years they've been saying they're getting closer as if they want to be seen. But then you got somebody like me who'll come out and say, you don't know the intentions of any aliens. How do you know? Oh, let's get a little closer, Bebop. Maybe they'll see us this time. Listen, dummy, they saw us 30 miles away. You don't have to call me dummy. Well, that's a dumb thing to say. Of course they saw us. Well, I'm telling Ma. Oh, Bebop. Stop calling me that. My name is Bebotapin. Bebotapin Giordano. I work for Goofon. How stupid am I? Pretty stupid. Don't you think if the aliens were getting that close, we would be hearing from Russia? Or how come we don't hear from the other governments? I thought they were so open about the UFOs, right? Sao Paulo, Brazil. They're so open it's in their paper. Yeah? I haven't heard. I guess they're not having them every day. Yeah. Does Argentina, everywhere around the world, gets UFO sightings? Everywhere. But the USA gets a ridiculous amount more. we get about 50 times more 93% of the sightings happen in the United States. Why? Oh, what do you think the number one, the best, the toughest military in the world, what do you think they're doing? Come on. They're practicing. And yesterday we saw that video which looked like they were practicing false flag alien invasion holograms. You remember? You remember? Do you remember? Where you going, Den-Bub? Huh? You leaving? Getting ready to head out. Damn it. Lost another one. Ma, put them away. He's leaving. All right. I can't do it by myself anymore. It's over. Well, last night I was going to talk about something. Oh, just to finish that Lou thing off. That was the big change in the narrative that Lou is saying now. It's as if they want to be seen. Yeah, I don't know if I believe the aliens want to be seen so they come closer. I think by coming closer, they run the risk of somebody taking a shot at them. Yeah, I know they probably got their shields up, you know. Yeah, it's definitely like Star Trek and every other friggin' space show. They just happen to have a shield. Nobody ever mentions the shield until they get shot at. And you're like, oh, wow, it has a shield. Of course it did. The movie would be over if they didn't. How are we supposed to go interstellar, right? We want to leave this solar system to look for life outside of where we live. How are we supposed to go interstellar and protect the craft from all that dust out there? My God. They don't have everything tracked for where they're going to go from point A to B. They don't know if something's going to float in there. They don't have every inch covered. They can't. They won't. That's why everything is so far apart. That's why. There's no time travel. This is my opinion. There's no time travel in the future. You can read about it in my book. How did they get there? Yeah, it'll be coming out never. But you can hear me talk about it now, right here on Goof On. I really think that time travel's not possible. It's not gonna be like Back to the Future, November 12th, 1955. Oh, that was the year I came up with the flux capacitor. What's the flux capacitor, Doc? Marty! I'm here from the future on a time machine that you built when you hit your head in the bathroom and you came up with the flux capacitor. Oh yeah, future boy? Who's the president of the United States? Ronald Reagan. The actor? Who's the vice president? Jerry Lewis. Doc, you're not paying attention. That scar on your head. You hit it when you were reaching up. You slipped and hit your head on the third, and that's how you came up with the flux capacitor. Open the door real fast. Give the... the Japanese makes all the best stuff. That's remarkable. Anyway, you can't do it. You can't just punch in a date on a keypad. I want to go back to Napoleon, Christopher Columbus, 1492, discovering America. Then we find out it wasn't 1492, it was the end of 1491, but people thought it would be better to say 1492 because it rolls better. So they lied by 2 months. And it wasn't Columbus. What's this? Mr. D.B. Cooper with a $5 super chat says Coral and B. Baker deserve a thank you. Absolutely. All the moderators do. All of y'all. Thank you very much. We are in the holiday spirit here, I guess, right? I better put up some turkey. I got my Christmas tree up. Well, this thumb. It's up. That's the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. It is. That's what it's called. That's what it's called. Thank you, Mr. D.B. Cooper. And we'll do one of these right here. Egush. All over dollar bills. 5 of them. 500. You crazy guy, you. Oh, you're going to make me have a heart attack one day. Seriously. Stargate Traveler. Hey, alien girl, what you saying? All right? All right. So, psychopaths and duping delight. Oh, let me bring you over here and show you what we're going to talk about. Here we go, folks. So, duping this is what's happening in ufology. Just that's why I'm reading this. Duping delight is an expression many people interested in psychology will have heard of, but what exactly is it and how can we spot it? Duping delight is a particular micro-expression a person will display that betrays a sense of enjoyment they are getting out of controlling and deceiving another person. It is a very important expression to watch out for in catching dishonesty in a person. In fact, it is a form of body language pretty much exclusively reserved for pathological character types, such as psychopaths. And they're rampant here in ufology. The phrase was coined by the psychologist and body language expert, Dr. Paul Ekman, and was defined by him as the pleasure we get over having someone else in our control and being able to manipulate them. That's why Jeremy Corbell smiles. That's his evil smile. Because he's so happy he's duping all of us. Don't you see? And he's looking at the fake crowd, right? He does it. Left, center, right, center, left, center, right, center. And he does this. Trust in me. This is all acting techniques or being on stage in front of people or learning how to speak and get people's attention. And it's a subliminal thing. He does all of it badly. He is the worst manipulator of all. Lou's the best. Everybody knows that. Duping delight most often manifests as a grin or a smirk, which will flash across a person's face and is usually completely inappropriate to the situation or the topic that is being spoken about. The psychopath is either about to lie or is lying to someone and they are believing it, and the smirk is leaked expression of pleasure that they are getting away with it. And that's what Jeremy Corbell does. That's why I know he's lying, because of that. And many other things. He can't help it. He can't. He is so excited internally to be on mainstream media and everybody see him. It leaves his micro expressions out on his sleeve. He just can't control it. Lou, on the other hand, looks down. And when Lou has something that he can't talk about, he stiffens up. Like he's trying to hide behind a tree. Like, you can't see me. And you ever see him stiffen up and he goes, that's in my NDA. I can't disclose that right now. But maybe later. You dirty rat. So there's a video up here that depicts what we're talking about. I don't know if this is it or... They said there's a video here. Okay. Oh, I didn't know this was there. Oh, TED Talk. We can do this. TED Talk's good.
I wrote this book, Lie Spotting. No one wants to meet me in person anymore. No. They say, it's okay. We'll email you. I can't even get a coffee date at Starbucks. My husband's like, honey, deception. Maybe you could have focused on cooking. How about French cooking? So before we get started, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clarify my goal for you, which is not to teach a game of gotcha. Lie spotters aren't those nitpicky kids, those kids in the back lied to. It is to believe the lie. So I know it may sound like tough love, but look, if at some point you got lied to, It's because you agreed to get lied to. Truth number one about lying. Lying's a cooperative act. Now, not all lies are harmful. Sometimes we're willing participants in deception for the sake of social dignity, maybe to keep a secret that should be kept secret. We say, nice song. Honey, you don't look fat in that, no. Or we say,
Right, the little white lies. I have to pause it every now and then. Don't get mad at me. It's YouTube Law 101. Although TED Talks, they don't care. Yeah, little white lies, where we learn lying almost directly out of the womb. I mean, for all intents and purposes, within weeks. Right? Haven't they said within weeks babies start lying? They know how to manipulate. They cry when they want something. What a baby. But, you tell somebody they look fat or they look old or pregnant when they're none of the above in their mind. Well, pregnant you either are or you aren't. But here we go.
favorite of the digerati. I just fished that email out of my spam folder. I'm so sorry. But there are times when we are unwilling participants in deception, and that can have dramatic costs for us. Last year saw $997 billion in corporate fraud alone in the United States. That's an eyelash under $1 trillion. That's 7% of revenues. Deception can cost billions. Think Enron, Madoff, the mortgage crisis, or in the case of double agents and traitors like Robert Hansen or Aldrich Ames, lies can betray our country. They can compromise our security. They can undermine democracy. They can cause the deaths of those that defend us. Deception is actually actioned for centuries and centuries and centuries. It's as old as breathing. Two about lying. We're against lying, but we're covertly for it in ways that our society has sanctioned for centuries and centuries and centuries. It's as old as breathing. It's part of our culture. It's part of our history. Think Dante, Shakespeare, the Bible, news of the world. Lying has evolutionary value to us as a species. Researchers have long known that the more intelligent the species, the larger the neocortex, the more likely it is to be deceptive.
Why is that? Why do we have to lie? Because certain lies gives you control. If it's a lie that will put you in a position of control. And believe it or not, that's what your government is, right? It also is the relationships you're in. You could be somebody who lies all the time about nothing, but you're an habitual liar. You just can't help it. You do it all the time. Then you got somebody who doesn't like to lie because they're used to not lying. There's a lot of people who don't lie. There's no reason for it. I don't think so. If I'm asking you, and maybe because I'm a guy, but you got to put your ego aside and you got to be less narcissistic and less vain. Just you are who you are, but we're human and we want to look perfect. We think we're all better looking than we really are. And that's because of our self-ego. And that's what lying does. It puts you in a position to be one step ahead of somebody for no reason at all. Now, ufology, you take it control of a situation, a narrative perhaps, and you are peddling these lies because you want the public to think one way, the threat. The threat is the lie. The second threat is it's not China, it's not Russia, and it definitely isn't us. Well, they emphasize definitely not us, meaning it probably is us or we know what it is. China! Now, I could be wrong on that, but I'm using it as an example. So whatever the narrative is, Lou's job is to tell us half-truths. This way, when we look into it, it brings us almost to fruition on what we were looking for, right? We almost get there, but then something happens. Oh, we can't verify Lou worked at ATIP. But it looked, he's a nice guy. Seems like he would tell the truth. Other people say it. Yeah, he must have worked there. And Lukowski said, yeah, he worked there, but they didn't have the same things we had here at OSAP. So you got that type of lie. It's a white lie, but it isn't. It's a serious lie, and it has power written all over it. They want your attention because they want you to believe. So they make it something that it isn't. The threat to get you on board with it. Because nobody wants to be threatened. Everybody hates it. And in this culture, the way things go right now, anybody being a shade of a threat is a bully. And nobody likes a bully. So they believe Lou. And they believe Lou wouldn't lie because they're idiots.
Now, you might remember Coco. Does anybody here remember Coco the gorilla, who was taught sign language? Coco was taught to communicate via sign language. Here's Coco with her kitten. It's her cute little fluffy pet kitten. Coco once blamed her pet kitten for ripping a sink out of the wall. We're hardwired to become leaders of the pack. It starts really, really early. How early? Well, babies will fake a cry, pause, wait to see who's coming, and then go right back to crying. 1-year-olds learn concealment. 2-year-olds bluff. 5-year-olds lie outright. They manipulate via flattery. 9-year-olds, masters of the cover-up. By the time you enter college, you're going to lie to your mom in 1 out of every 5 interactions. By the time we enter this work world, and we're breadwinners, we enter a world that is just cluttered with spam, fake digital friends, partisan media, ingenious identity thieves, world-class Ponzi schemers, a deception epidemic. In short, what one author calls a post-truth society. It's been very confusing for a long time now.
Right. The older you get, the more serious the lie. And that's because your responsibilities as a breadwinner there's so much pressure on you, on an individual, that you will do whatever it takes to keep your job, keep your position. You will definitely lie. Your bosses lie to you. Hey, we're coming up short. Meanwhile, you're way ahead. Well, I thought you said Tuesday. We already did everything we needed for the week. I never said that. Lie. No, you said it. No, I didn't say it. And you're not going to argue with the boss. So, well, maybe you didn't say it. Maybe I heard something else. I'm sorry. Yeah, you must have heard something else. Look, guys, we need to double. Everybody stay here an extra 30 minutes tonight. I need everybody to get one more sale. We're a little bit behind. I could have sworn he said we were ahead on Tuesday. We did such a good job, right? Remember? You saw the... No matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter what kind of job you have, your boss lies to you all the time. I know, I was a boss. And I worked for many people and had many jobs. And worked for myself. Lied to myself. I mean, why would I lie to myself? Well, anyway, back to this.
What do? Well, there's steps we can take to navigate our way through the morass. Trained lie spotters get to the truth 90% of the time. The rest of us, we're only 54% accurate. Why is it so easy to learn? Well, they're good liars and they're bad liars. They're no real original liars. We all make the same mistakes. We all use the same techniques.
Yep.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you 2 patterns of deception, and then we're going to look at the hot spots and see if we can find them ourselves. We're going to start with speech.
I want you to listen to me. I'm going to say this again. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
My
Ms.
God.
Lewinsky. I never told anybody to lie, not a single time, never. These allegations are false, and I need to go back to work for the American people. Thank you.
Okay, what were the telltale signs? Well, first we heard what's known as a non-contracted denial. Studies show that people who are overdetermined in their denial will resort to formal rather than informal language. We also heard distancing language, that woman. We know that liars will unconsciously distance themselves from their subject using language as their tool. Now, if Bill Clinton had said, well, to tell you the truth, or Richard Nixon's favorite, in all candor, he would have been a dead giveaway for any lie spotter that knows that qualifying language, as it's called, qualifying language like that, further discredits the subject. Now, if he had repeated the question in its entirety, or if he had peppered his account with a little too much detail, and we're all really glad he didn't do that, he would have further discredited himself. Freud had it right. Freud said, look, there's much more to it than speech. No mortal can keep a secret. If his lips are silent, he chatters with his fingertips, and we all do it, no matter how powerful you are. We all chatter with our fingertips. I'm going to show you Dominique Strauss-Kahn with Obama, who's chattering with his fingertips. Now, this brings us to our next pattern, which is body language. With body language, here's what you got to do. You really got to just throw your assumptions out the door. Let the science temper your knowledge a little bit. Because we think liars fidget all the time. Well, guess what? They're known to freeze their upper bodies when they're lying. We think liars won't look in the eyes. Well, guess what?
That's what I was just saying before. That's what Lou does. He stiffens up when he's lying or not sure.
What? They look you in the eyes a little too much just to compensate for that myth. We think warmth and smiles convey honesty, sincerity, but a trained lie spotter can spot a fake smile.
Yeah, this one right here is this one's the fake one, right here.
Away. Can you all spot the
this
fake
one's
smile
the fake.
here?
This one is.
You can consciously contract the muscles in your cheeks, but the real smile's in the eyes. The crow's feet of the eyes, they cannot be consciously contracted, especially if you overdid the Botox. Don't overdo the Botox. Nobody will think you're honest. And now we're going to look at the hot spots. Can you tell what's happening in a conversation? Can you start to find the hot spots?
Is that Travis
see the
Walton?
Discrepancies between someone's words and someone's actions. Now, I know it seems really obvious, but when you're having a conversation with someone that you suspect of deception, attitude is by far the most overlooked but telling of indicators. An honest person is going to be cooperative. They're going to show they're on your side. They're going to be enthusiastic. They're going to be willing and helpful in getting you to the truth. They're going to be willing to brainstorm, name suspects, provide details. They're going to say, hey, maybe it was those guys in payroll that forged those checks. They're going to be infuriated if they sense they're wrongly accused throughout the entire course of the interview, not just in flashes. They'll be infuriated throughout the entire course of the interview. And if you ask someone honest, what should happen to whoever did forge those checks? An honest person is much more likely to recommend strict rather than lenient punishment.
Right. Somebody who's lying said, well, maybe they had, a bad day, or maybe somebody just died in their family. They make excuses, and isn't that wild? It's just an amazing thing. I just wanted to show you a little bit of that. Didn't mean to go on. I was just getting involved myself. But next time we see Lou talk, which maybe next week, I don't know when that announcement was supposed to be before Thanksgiving. Now, when I learned that it's going to be maybe before Thanksgiving, I'm thinking, why don't they will probably do it the day before Thanksgiving. And that's usually what they do when they drop announcements. They do it on a holiday weekend. Get everybody talking about it, see where the public lies, public, what do they call it? Perception of the thing and all that stuff. And then the news starting on Monday will have a fantastic week and ratings go up and all that stuff. It's all planned. What do we got? We already played that. So, it is what it is. What else were we talking about? So I don't think Lou changed his whole narrative, but he changed it. We're going to just keep an eye on Lou. That's totally something interesting. That's totally something interesting, I said. Wow. I tell you, I'm a wordsmith over here. Better watch out. All right. Let's pull this up here. Did you hear that Kyle Rittenhouse was found innocent on all charges? Unbelievable, right? Well, you never know, but the evidence definitely showed that it was self-defense. And when that other kid actually didn't lie on the stand, he told the truth, did you point your gun at Rittenhouse, Kyle Rittenhouse? Is that why he shot you? And the guy goes, yeah, I pointed my gun at him. So Kyle Rittenhouse defended himself. And you can see a lot of stuff on video. the defense was hiding the high definition video and giving the defense team a real shitty version, so it was hard to tell it was him. It's amazing. That was the worst prosecuting, the lowest of low I've seen in a long time. That guy should be fired. He really, I mean, to boldly lie, and especially the ex vice president said that Kyle was KKK, all that stuff. Okay. It's bullshit, man. That kid, I mean, people wanted to kill him. They still do. It's amazing. That poor kid, what he went through. But he has to live with killing 2 people. Ooh. God, that would suck. That would suck. What are we talking about? Most realistic alien sci-fi movie plots. So this might be fun. Now, I like to think that there's more to this than what you might think. I think a lot of the movies that are out there are realistic situations. Now, I'm not talking about Transformers, although we don't know. There could be a species of cyborg mechanical beings that can shapeshift into moving and flying vehicles. I don't know if it's possible, but hell, they make it look real. One of my favorite movies of all time is, Alien. Alien is a freaking awesome movie. Aliens, the second one, was freaking awesome movie. And then it got a little weird. But I liked it because it's kind of based on real nature. Listen to this. There's, I think, a fish or something like that. I don't know if it's a fish, but what it does, it eats the tongue of its victim and then becomes the tongue. What? Oh, I meant to play a video on that. 5 weirdest creatures known to actually exist. And one of them was, it takes the place of your tongue. Not ours, but in nature, it does it to a certain animal. It's horrendous. So if there's a being out there, like an alien, that puts its thing over your face and puts the egg into your chest area, and it gestates and gets bigger and lives inside of you until it's ready to come out, and it bursts through your stomach. Now, realistically, I don't know if it would come out the way we see it in the movies, but I would just think it would crawl out either your anus or it would come out your mouth. But to burst through your chest, well, that's a pretty strong animal right there already. I think that could be a real possibility. I like that in space, nobody can hear you scream. Another movie, Alien, was fantastic. Just fantastic when it came out. I saw it in a big theater, 300 people. I forget the name. It was in Arizona, but the curtains would close and you can see it all transform, and then they get really big, and then dun 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 do 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 do. What else is out there? What other movies? Anybody got any ideas? Prometheus. I liked Prometheus. I did not hate it at all. Yeah, I liked it. It brought me to a place I'd like to go. Makes ants do what they want. If a tree falls in space, nobody will hear it. Sound waves cannot propagate in space. That is a fact. What movies? Anything? I'm talking about, Close Encounters of the Third Kind is probably one of the most realistic of all the movies, right? Man, that's just a great plot. A very good plot. What did it happened over Wisconsin or Wyoming? And remember in the beginning of the movie, you hear an airline pilot saying, "We've got a bright light in the distance. It's brilliant. Looks like it's dancing out there. Yeah, we got it on radar." And the next thing you know, it's coming right at us. And then you hear static on the headset. Shh. Did you want to report a UFO? Flight 75B. Would you like to report a UFO? No, we don't want to report anything like that, Chief. And then there was the police were chasing the UFOs, and Barry was in the middle of the road, and Richard Dreyfuss saw the one over his head, and then it sent him telepathic messages when it was over him. See, that's what a lot of people don't realize. He got a telepathic message when he looked out of his truck and was looking up at it, and it was blasting him, vroom, 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 with light. He was getting that telepathic message to go to the mountain. Not everybody, if you remember the Jacques Vallée imitator guy from France, he said, not everybody will hear this message. It is for a special somebody. And that special somebody, it's you. He did anything to get to the top of Devil's Tower with the woman. And her kid, Barry, was up in the UFO. And remember what he said at the end of the movie? No, not not that one. He says, "I saw you from the spaceship," or something like that. And she goes, "You did?" "Yeah." And there's a very cool scene in that movie that nobody talks about. And I want you to hear what I'm about to tell you, because this scene in the movie is unbelievable. Do you remember when Richard Dreyfuss, because I know all of you saw it, he was shaving and the phone rings and the kids are about to smack him with a paddle, ping pong paddle, and take a picture of him, which they did. And he goes, "Nah!" And they said, "You look like a 50-50 bar." And then you hear his wife, and he looks in the mirror, and one side of him's darker and the other side's normal. And the wife goes, "But you don't understand. He needs that job," because he went off chasing aliens in another county. So he got in trouble, and they called to fire him. And the wife goes, They fired you, and they didn't even want to talk to you. And the kids are in the hallway, and this is the important part of that scene. The kids in the hallway go, the older kid goes to the younger kid. He goes, "I saw you come through my window last night." And the little kid goes, "No, I didn't." "Yes, you did. I saw you climbing through my window." He's talking about aliens coming in the house. And if you watch that scene, it's unbelievable. And nobody ever talks about that scene. He said, "I know you came through my window last night." Like a 5-year-old's going to climb through some kid's window in the middle of the night because they were little. They were kid-sized. You got to watch the movie. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. What a lot of gems in that movie. Just like that conversation between the kids. It's just so, because what you want to do is listen to them fight about Roy being fired. But you see the kids while they're fighting. So you could hear that dialect happen in the movie. It's brilliant. It actually is kind of, woo, man, I can't believe they put that in there. And for many years, I never even caught it. Because it's really just Just barely there. It's like, if you're not paying attention, you probably missed it. You just heard them arguing. It's fucking great. Sorry I swore, but I had to. What other movies out there? E.T. E.T. could be real. Why can't it be? Can it be? Why can't it be real? A little alien gets left behind because people are coming and they're going to get caught, and his little heart didn't get the signal for whatever reason, and E.T. was late getting back. And the whole time it was the kid's father chasing the alien. What are the odds the alien, right? It was his father. That's what the keys were. What are the odds that E.T. comes to the house, just by happenstance, right? Is it happenstance that he just came there? Is it random? It was random. The Reese's Pieces. That was good. See, what I liked about E.T., because Elliot did what any kid his age would have done. He slept in the backyard because he knows what he saw. He saw something running around that shouldn't be there. And then he saw the weird footprints, remember? And then he heard a noise in the shed, and he woke up, and E.T. threw a little ball out, right? Isn't that how it happened? And then he laid out Reese's Pieces and led him all the way up to his bedroom, Elliot's bedroom. Bow chicka bow bow. It's called E.T. Peter. E.T.'s Peter. Not only does his neck extend, but his love handle extends. That's not nice at all. I just ruined that movie. I love this part right here. I think when she kisses E.T. goodbye. God, that movie chokes me up every time. Every time. She was great in that movie. That was the only movie she was good in. Nah, she was in a couple of good ones. It's funny how she grew up, right? She speaks exactly the same. She never got any smarter. That was it for her. That was as smart as she's ever gotten. Was E.T. She was brilliant in that. They all were. Even Elliot. Elliot. But that could be a real thing. An alien left behind, smart enough, to somewhat speak with his feelings, and he connected with Elliot. It was a mind meld. You see, this is where J.L. and Hynek came in. J.L. and Hynek helped in that movie to make things more realistic with the experiences that he had in ufology. Freaking awesome movie. I know, that's E.T. I'm thinking of Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Didn't he help on E.T. too? Who was it that helped on E.T. though? Somebody helped on E.T. Philip Corso? It was Philip Corso? Really? Blade Runner is another plausible one. Right. Blade Runner. And E.T. didn't say E.T. phone home first. And we talked about this about a week ago. He said E.T. home phone first. E.T. home phone. E.T. phone home. E.T. phone home. Blade Runner's fantastic. Cthulhu God, Another Life. Very good. Yeah, I watched it. I thought it was pretty cool, man. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was good. Good call on that. Another Life is surprisingly entertaining, and a lot of cool things they did in that. I enjoyed it. She's an interesting actress. I don't think anybody could have done it better. She's got cool face, man. She gives cool face. Susie Como. Is it Como? War of the Worlds. Oh, of course. And a $10 super chat at that. War of the Worlds, specifically the BBC series version. I watched that. And it was great. It was better than the American version because the ETs use an EMP on brainwaves of humans, and unless underground or in a bunker, you die. And she said, I had a dream about that with an alien invasion. Jesus. Do you know I never had an alien invasion dream? Never. That is very nice of you, Susie. Come on. Thank you very much. Let's give you one of these. Eggs all over the world. Money flies in all directions. Everybody gets a stimulus dollar. Thank you, Susie. Mucho gusto, generoso, and a continuing supporter of GoofOn as well. Thank you. I liked what you said, the War of the Worlds. That BBC version was real interesting. Yeah. It was an interesting take on that War of the Worlds. They land at elementary schools during class time, Rich. What's this, Dorothy? I like that plot. What movie? What movie are you talking about? E.T.? I don't see any other comments from you, Dorothy. I'm not sure what movie you mean. Are you just saying what movie? I think they will make season 3, but you never know. You never know. You've had dreams where I'm fighting aliens, but no alien invasion. Mr. Mouse had some sperm taken. Alcy Tiger, Third Phaser, Goofoni, and Rock Fam got agushed. Oh, Critters? Yeah, that's funny. Critters was good, actually. Its story was similar to the Hopkinsville alien encounter, minus the bounty hunters and flesh-eating aliens. That's so true. Enemy Mine. That's more of like it is that's realistic, I would imagine. Remember? Shelley Morrison, thank you. The Last Starfighter. Total Recall. That is probably one of the coolest sci-fi movies ever. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Get ready for a big surprise. Oh, Jesus. I know, I watched too much. They Live! Abe Froman, the Sausage King, maybe, I don't know, I'm just saying, of Chicago. They Live. One of the coolest plots ever put out there. Hey, if you wear these glasses, you can see what the aliens are actually doing to your subconscious mind. The subliminal message. Buy shit, right? Order. And then the aliens had the watches and they twisted the dial and they disappeared. And then they jumped down in one of the open time warp holes and they wound up being in the alien base underground. Just like Schneider said. Good. Oh, that best fight scene in the history of movies. 15-minute fight scene. Thanks, Abe Froman. B. Baker with Falling Skies Alien Invasion series was very good. I liked it. Yeah, the ending was okay. Cocoon! Oh, one of the coolest movies of our time. I liked that movie. Dorothy, I see it. Cocoon was fantastic. The aliens came back 10,000 years later so they can pick up their friends that had to be recharged in our oceans where dolphins guarded them day and night. And they came back to grab their friends. And remember what happened when they all jumped? They put them in the water, in the pool, to store the eggs in water. And then he put his hand in there, the alien, he charged the pool up. But all the old people found out it's the fountain of youth, right? And they drained it, and their friend died right in front of them. Well, they had to put all 30 of their friends back into the ocean And it was very nice at the end. We have room for 30 of you. And then they left. Grandma and Grandpa. What a great frickin' movie. Ghost Rider, UFO, the movie, 2016. Worst movie I have ever seen. And that's absolutely the truth. Do not watch this movie. Here's a great movie. Dorothy, one of my favorite movies, to be honest. You know what else I like other than UFOs phenomenon? Hold on. Powder. That's all I'm going to say. You cry every time. Every time. District 9. That was District 9. You know, they're making another one. You know why I like District 9? Because it looked like it was real. They really did a fantastic job with, in my opinion. Where were they? In Africa, right? Well, wherever they were, it was disgusting. But it was just so cool how real it looked to me. I don't know. That just seemed like one of the best plots I've ever seen. He gets infected with their DNA and it starts taking over his body, but he doesn't want to be one of them. Right? And the aliens knew he was part human and kicked him out of the community. But he grew into one of these fish people. Pretty amazing stuff. What was his name? Knickers? The Quartermass experiment. Never heard of it. But the Philadelphia experiment was good. That was fun. Ghoulies? Never saw it. Goonies? Reptilian? Lilo and Stitch. You know, I really didn't watch it. Yeah, I know. You were talking about the documentary Phenomenon. Absolutely. Yeah, I know. It was a great movie. I liked it. Pandorum? I don't know if I've seen it. Paul was so funny. I enjoyed that movie. I don't care what anybody says. Somebody really likes Critters. Derek. The Thing. All right. Now this is right up my alley. I remember watching the remake, the first time they remade it with Kurt Russell. That movie was freaking awesome. Unbelievable. Unpredictable. And John Carpenter. Is that a great movie? The remake wasn't that bad. It just didn't have the oomph. It didn't have Kurt Russell. Mars Attacks? Whoops. Mars Attacks was great. Mac, 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 mac. I liked it. Pure entertainment. Extraterrestrial from the Vicious Brothers. It was good. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't bad. Now, I'm going to tell you, any movie that has to do with UFOs, like what we talk about, that's from Australia, sucks. And no, They Live does not... I know what you're saying for better graphics, yeah. They'll make it. The remake will happen. Oh, Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I mean, probably one of the original scary movies of what would happen if aliens invaded Earth. Man alive, remember that movie? I liked it because it was one of the first movies I saw nudity. Yeah, when they were taking over the girl's body. Just like in American Werewolf in London and Friday the 13th movies. All TNA. That was popular back then. You know, everybody knows. The Thing, I think, is a top 10 movie for what we talk about. The Fifth Element was, that was fun. It was interesting. That's an interesting view on the future. Lots of good stuff. How about, we're missing some good ones for sure. No big deal. But, what's this? I don't remember Pandorum. I remember Pandora or something like that with well, let me pull it up and see. Pandorum. I know I probably saw it. Pandorum. That's sci-fi horror. Wow, it took them $33 million to make that movie. 2009. Here we go. I remember this. Dennis Quaid and let me play the trailer here.
Regina drives.
There's an ad first.
Music on the AKG sound system.
I don't know if I've seen Pandorum, to be honest. I don't think I've seen this movie. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Where's the rest of the crew?
They're all gone. Quiet.
Hello?
Reminds me of Aliens.
They didn't see me here, man.
They're fast and they're stronger than you know.
Oh my god.
Through the silence, in the darkness, evil is waiting.
Pandorum rated R.
All right. Well, it didn't get the worst write-ups. Richie may have to check it out. It got a 6.7, basically 7 out of 10. That's not bad. I'll take a look at it. Thank you very much for offering that up as a suggestion, that girl Jessica. All right. Ender's Game was fun. What's going on? Now I'm having the... There we go. That tree lights up so much of the background. It's just for till Christmas. I keep hearing something out in the other room, and it's freaking me out. But before we go... Oh, no. I God dang it. That's a lot to talk about. Here we go. Maybe for tomorrow. Oh, my God. The pages, they're not here anymore. The people removed them. That's unbelievable. The file's gone. Unbelievable. So there's a picture that's on the internet. It says helicopter next to a UFO photographed near Hill Air Force Base, Utah on November 13th. I want you to look at this and you tell me, guys, girls, here it is. Helicopter's right near it. You can see here the helicopter. What is this thing? Is this real? See, I'm calling BS on this. I don't think this is really up in the sky. Oh, you can see the helicopters behind it. There's the blade. That is, I don't know if it's real. Nobody's talking about it. Not one person. And it's been up since the 13th. That tells you right there. You know? It's unreal. I don't think... No, that's not a UFO. All right, so Red Rum Joe. I got to read this to you. Says, if you want to know why Chris Bartell, SWR, rarely, if ever, saw any bass folks at Skinwalker Ranch, Knapp says. The other things that were produced by OSAP by Bass are just astounding, gigantic reports, hundreds of pages long. There's one about Skinwalker Ranch. I have been privileged and permitted to see some of this stuff. It's not about the history of the ranch so much, it's about what OSAP did to expand our knowledge of it. What they did was not on the ranch itself, but they had these expanding concentric circles where investigators, boots on the ground, went and intertwined witnesses and heard their extraordinary experiences. It's not just isolated to the ranch. It's everywhere in that basin, and some of the stories are outstanding. The witnesses shared their stories with the promise that they're never going to be identified. So how you release that information, it's going to take some time, I think. You'd have to scrub it of personal identifiers, but if and when that comes out, it's going to be remarkable. They had other reports like that, gigantic piles of documentation that went to the DIA. I hope it comes out soon and at some point and people can see it for themselves. I don't know how long that will take. We tried to do our best to explain what's in those reports in the book. I have 12... Oh. Interesting what the Napster says. It's George Knapp to you and me. Chris Bartell tweeted, I was hired as part of a security detail not to mingle with the Bass scientists, but despite not seeing scientists there frequently during my time at the ranch, I still saw weird stuff and had interesting experiences. What I'm presenting is complementary data to what the Bass All right. Chris Bartell. COVID. What's that? Oh, here's a UFO hovering near London. I want you to take a look at this. Seriously, I don't know what it is, but I'm leaning towards something. Take a look in 3, 2, 1. I think it's fake. This comes from Seaview. I don't know. I think it's fake. It just looks weird. It ain't moving. There's no different angles. No twinkling of lights through the atmosphere. It's just there. And we don't get to see it from a distance. There's no reference points. It's just a close-up shot the whole time. I say it's a fake. Only because I don't see the telltale signs of a real UFO or object that should be in the sky. Sky. What? You guys are crazy. Crazy, I tell you. I feel like I'm forgetting something. A pilot filmed something he can't explain over the UK. And what is this over London? What is this? Oh no, are you kidding? What? Watch. This is from Skywatch Explorer. I don't know this guy. Oh, okay. This is it. We just looked at it. Right? This is what we just saw. Look.
Through the window of the cockpit, that strip of lights in the sky. What is interesting, other people have come forward since saying they saw this object in the sky which shot off at speed, and there is a couple of videos I'm waiting to get hold of from people who have filmed this from down in the city centre. Okay, interesting, guys.
See, watch.
And the information, fascinating, guys. Moving on to this object filmed in the skies over London. First glance, a bunch of lights.
Now, not buying it. Nope. Not buying it. So guess what? Guess what? That's right. We got to get going. It's time to go. Yeah, that's it. I went through everything so fast. I want to thank the super chatters and the moderators. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. Times 10 tonight. Mr. DB Cooper, Unidentified S4, and everybody else who contributed tonight. I don't deserve it, but thank you very much. You guys are phenomenal. Hey, I'll be around next week now. Thank you, man. And veterans and newcomers alike, thank you for giving the show a few minutes. That's all I ask. Just see if you like it. If you do, be a subscriber. This way you get all notifications and everything Goof On. And you can help support Goof On continually after the show ends with the links in the description of every show and the About button on the homepage for PayPal, Cash App, and become a patron. Thank you, newcomers and veterans. And Lee Guy with another $1.99, another $2. Are you able to play the video I sent you? Tomorrow I will. The show just ended. Sorry, I mean... Tomorrow we'll be back. That's right, Lee, I'm sorry. Tomorrow we'll be back at 4 p.m. Eastern for the Saturday in the UK show. Nathan, thank you very much for your support as well. All right, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm sorry, Lee Guy. Let me see if it's something I could find real quick. Hold on. The Gulf Breeze one? The Gulf Breeze? No, I gotta do that tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. We'll do it tomorrow. It'll get more time. All right, and don't forget what Goof On really is. Truthology for ufology. Have a good weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Oh, no. Take care. Where is it? How do I turn the volume up without tripping the screen out? See? I gotta figure this out. You guys are crazy.